Hi, I'm Jenny Maclay, and I'm here today in Paris, France at Le Comte de Bois with my friend Beatrice, and she is here today to talk some about her shop. So this is
Hi.
Beatrice. Can you introduce yourself for everyone?
I'm French, as you can maybe hear. I don't know. I'm 36 years old now. I'm doing this job in my own workshop for 13 years now. I started in 2008, and I started with this work repairing clarinets and woodwind instruments, but especially clarinets, in 2003. So it's been 18 years.
Yeah.
It's been 18 years now. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting with my 19th year.
Wow.
So,
And how did you get started with repairs?
well, I knew I wanted to work with instruments, with clarinet, with clarinetists. And I also knew I could never live from a musician life.
Mm-hmm.
I was not skilled enough. I was not stubborn enough to practice my instrument several hours a day. And I always did things with my hands, always. And thanks to my teacher, my clarinet teacher, she gave me the idea. I don't know, 16 or 17. And luckily I found a master. I was not even 18. I found a master who wanted to have a girl in his team and a clarinetist.
Mm-hmm.
So it was the perfect place for me. I was in Paris, Rue de Rome, in a store that doesn't exist anymore. And I started there. And this was my first chance, and the second chance I had. It pleased me.
Mm-hmm.
And I continued. And at first I was working and learning on all sorts of instruments, all sorts of woodwind and brass instruments. And very quickly I knew I wanted to specialize in clarinets, because the clarinet family is so wide, and if you want to see all these very interesting instruments, you had to be more specialized.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise you never get the chance to have a basset horn or several bass clarinets and so on. So I choose to specialize, and before that I worked in Lille in north of France, 2 years long, in another store that doesn't exist anymore. And then I came back to Paris because I wanted to come back to Paris, and there was no job availability. It was 2008. It was a big international crisis.
Yes.
And I took the liberty to build my own workshop. And from the scratch, I tried to get to know myself on clarinets.
Mm-hmm.
And of course it was challenging at the beginning, the first years and so on, but it's great now.
Yes.
Yeah, it's great now.
Do you have any repair advice? I know we always get a lot of questions about things that people should know to take better care of their clarinets, or things, maybe basic repairs advice.
Well, always have a new, if you know how to use them, but always have in your clarinet case a screwdriver.
Okay.
That's good. Always have some Teflon tape.
Yep.
Yeah, this is good. This is really good. And maybe some nail.
Oh yeah, nail polish or nail varnish.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh.
Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah, this could be good too if you have a spring problem. Have some gum. No?
Yeah, rubber bands.
Rubber bands. Yeah. This would be the first items you could have in your clarinet case, or cigarette paper can do the trick if you don't have this. And with all this, you could approximately do everything you need to do in a matter of emergency. This I can show you.
Oh, yes.
And what to do as a clarinetist was, well, always pull your swab through when you're done, and always put the instrument back in its case,
Okay.
preferably with case open. This is always good, especially when the instruments are new. And of course be as régulier.
Yeah, consistent.
As possible with your technician, and go, I don't know, if you are a marvelous instrumentist, then go once a year or once every 2 years. That's always good. And to have the instrument proper cleaned in the inside and the outside. Maybe a bit of oiling, maybe mechanical problems, and so on and so on. Well, be consistent. That's the key.
Okay. One more question. What advice would you have for people that want to learn how to do clarinet repairs?
To find someone good.
Okay.
To get hired. The problem is there are many people who want to do this job, and the problem is there are so many places. Of course, in Paris we have a lot to do, a lot. I have several months waiting list for overhauls and so on. But the shops, the workshops are really small, of course, and so we are 3 here, which is quite big for clarinet workshop in Paris. But we couldn't be 4 actually. There's no place. We could be 4, but we won't have the room anymore for musicians for trials and so on. So we need a bit of a place, of course, to welcome our clients and so on. But we're 3, and that's good enough. Well, yes, find someone who could hire you, of course. And I would say, being a musician, it's really important. Of course, you can be a good repairman, woman, if you don't play the instrument, but you always have more credibility if you are playing the instruments regularly, if you know the repertoire, if you can talk music with the clients, of course. It's and it gives a more something to it that is way more interesting and comfortable for the client. He would be really at ease. And that's what's passionate, actually. Yeah, the passionate things. To do all the technical things on the clarinet and try to find the best solution for this piece and this musician all together. And this is really passionate. So I would say being a musician is the first key. And then if you have the right master, the right tool, and the willingness, everyone can do it. But there has to be a combination of all these things.
Right. Well, wonderful advice. Thank you so much for your time and your expertise, and I'll let you get back to work.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.